video, I want to talk to you about airbrushing and the dual action airbrush gun. For those of you who've never come into contact with airbrushing before, it's actually using air to blow makeup onto someone's face, and it's micronized liquid makeup, not regular makeup. You cannot pour your regular foundation into the airbrush gun. It's gonna mess it up real bad. The products that I use at the moment are by a company called Airbase, and they make mainly foundations, blushers, bronzers. They have a fantastic primer, a cleanser, and all kinds of tools. As far as I've learned, or at least on the Swedish site, they don't have like any other colors they don't have for doing like body paints or stuff like that, but they do offer really fantastic foundations. The Airbase foundations are silicone based, which means that they are a bit more expensive than the water based, but they're so worth the extra bucks because they are water resistant. You can go swimming in them, you can go in the rain. I went in the blizzard for freaking half an hour and I still look perfect when I came home. They're also heat resistant. They don't have an SPF, so you still have to put on tanning lotion if you're out in the sun, but they don't melt off if you sweat. They can stand the wind, like all kinds of weather, and they're just fantastic. You can go from day to night without having to change your base, and that is a big plus. Also, they give great coverage, so you'll never have to use concealer again. I am going to put more airbrushing videos on my YouTube channel, so this is just to introduce you to the product, the gun, and the compressor, and all the little gadgets that you get with it. So I'm not actually going to airbrush myself today. That's going to be in a later video. So this is the packaging that my gun came in. My gun is, I actually have two, but this one is the school that I went to, Marriott. This is their own brand, Might. So this is what the gun looks like. The dual action gun, when you press it down, only air come out. So you press it down and pull it back. That's when you get the product. This is how I hold it. You can use your thumb or your index finger. So if you push it down, only air comes out. When you pull it back, the product comes. Now, you might ask yourself, why do I want the dual action gun? I don't care if the product comes right away. Well, you really should, because if you're working on a client and you just press a button and the product's there, you're just gonna go whack and on their face. If you can start like with this one, holding the key down and just giving them air, they'll know what it feels like, and then once they're used to it, you can pull back and get the product. Also, when you pull back and then pull forward again, the air that you blow just by putting it down is cleaning the gun temporarily, so that the next time you just push down for air, you don't get like a splash of leftover makeup product which is stuck here in the nozzle. That's a really big plus. So you would go button down for air, button back for product, and then front again for air, which means that the gun is temporarily clean. It's not clean, but there's nothing left in the nozzle at least. This is not only an advantage when you're working on a client, it's actually a plus when you're working on yourself too, because you'd have to aim. If you have a single action gun, you'd have to aim and be like, oh, okay, that's where it is. You cannot do any precision work at all. So I do really recommend getting a dual action gun. So this is the compressor. It's made by a company called Sparmax. It's a very handy little compressor. If you want to work wireless, it comes with this little bag and a battery pack and a charger for the battery pack, so that you're not limited by electrical outlets, which is great if you're working like backstage on a fashion show, if you're working outdoors, anything like that. It's really great. So you just plug this sucker in like that, plug in the compressor or use the batteries. The compressor makes a bit of noise when it's on, but it's not too bad. Sounds like this. So button down, means air. Button back means product. There's nothing in here now. So the airbase has a cleaner or a thinner that looks like this. This is silicone based because the makeup that we use is silicone based. If you're using water-based products, you use water to clean your gun. If you're using alcohol-based products, then you use alcohol to clean your gun. It's really important to remember this because you don't want to ruin your equipment. So I'm just going to show you. I'm putting some of the cleaner in here, hoping you can see this. So just button down for air, no products coming out, and then pull back. Can you see that? The cleaner's coming out now. So I'm not actually going to do a makeup in this video, that would make it too long. But in the next video that I post, I'm going to show you how I airbrush myself. Foundation and shading and highlights and everything like that. The airbrush gun that I have comes with two needles, one that is a 0.2 and one that is a 0.4. The 0.4 is really great for covering bigger surfaces fast, and when I say bigger surfaces, I don't mean full body. You'd probably want to get the 06 for that. I mean for doing the basic entire face full of foundation, maybe down the throat, neck and stuff. The 0.2, obviously you can use that as well for the whole face if you want, but you get smaller strokes or spray areas or whatever you want to call it. So it's just easier to go with the 4. The 0.2 is better for when you're doing precision work. If you want to make like really straight lines, or if you're going in somewhere where you need to, I don't know, just bigger needle means bigger area. Smaller needles, smaller area. There's also a 0.1 needle that you can use for doing like nail artwork and stuff like that. So this is basically the same technique that you use for like spray painting cars and stuff. So people are like, well, you can blow makeup on? I didn't know that. That's weird. How does that work? But it's just like, I just compare it to spray painting a car. It works the same way. So I'm just quickly going to show you what it looks like with product. So this is the Airbase bronzer, and I'm just going to spray that onto my hand so that you guys can see. So coming in with air first, and then product. Pulling my gun off. Up so we can talk some more. And just cleaning my gun by bubbling back, as we call it. Just when I keep the... You hear the bubbling sound? It means I am keeping these little airlocks closed so that the product bubbles back into this little tube here. And it's clean. When you clean it at the end of the day, you want to take out the needle. Wipe that clean. And you also want to take out the nozzle, which is 2 pieces, and clean those. I'm not going to do that right now, but that's what you need to do. So yeah, if you guys want to know more about Airbase and the products that they offer, you can go to their web pages. They have an international one, which is a .com. They have a UK one, and they have a Swedish one, a .se. So you could go check that out. And obviously, I am interested in learning more about airbrushing and how you guys work with it, if you do. If you are an airbrusher and you have like tips for great pages to shop for great brands, or what kind of gun you like to use and why, or anything like that, tips or questions, obviously, just pop them below and I'll get back to you. So stay tuned for more videos on airbrushing because I really like this stuff. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye!